I read this thing when I was researching you.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Researching.
Where it gave the impression that you don't want to go back to Battlestar Galactica a lot. Was it inferring that what it meant, like what we were talking about, like right after Battlestar, you don't want to play the same characters over and over and over again? Like what was
so
the
fascinating? I
reference
remember
to?
how essentially that like a lot of interviews that you give for, you meet with somebody and then it's what you said back that kind of gets slightly printed without context.
Yes.
Or without the question that they asked you beforehand.
Yeah.
So I did see that thing in when it was like, James Callis doesn't want to revisit Battlestar. I'm like, it didn't say it like that. You've got to be really careful about what you say. So this was a thing about, I think that the interviewer at the time, although this didn't come out in the article, was trying to throw shade on the idea of a new Battlestar.
Oh, yeah.
And so I was saying, every generation, every time has its new thing. And I think that the whole idea of it is actually a great idea because the world has changed so much and our understanding of AI is gallivanting, and that will affect the Cylons and the politics. And there is so many ways that we can tell this story. In fact, the problem, I believe, why Battlestar hasn't been remade is because they can't work out what the ending might be given the state of the gallivanting AI that we understand today.
That's what I feel like it got too complicated.
So I was saying that I think that the whole thing is so exciting and it's wonderful, but I wouldn't personally necessarily want to be involved because we've done our thing. And not only that, I think we did our thing really great. It's like, is there anything that you feel that you're missing? But like, I don't think so. I think that like we all got to cover a huge range of human emotions.
Yeah.
And we were part of this incredible, I call it like cinematic literature. This mega movie told over like 78 hours of through the seasons.
Yeah.
Incredibly consistent. And as I always say, like, you care so much about these people and they're fictional. You're not supposed to care so much about people who don't exist. But so your totems for, we reflected a lot of like what life was. So my feeling was I'd another Battlestar, incredible, but I think that my involvement or my commitment to that thing is kind of done, and that's what I meant in the sense of not wanting to revisit it. I think the whole idea of it is incredible.
I felt I've said similar things. I've said if they wanted to potentially write a different character and it was fun and I was inspired enough motivated to come back for a second, that could be fun. But like,
we'd be distracting, Katie, surely.
100%.
It's like whatever.
You don't want me there.
There's a meta thing in the thing and the whatever. I think that we could really, Richard Hatch could really be in our show because, first of all, the people who watched the original love Richard, so did we, and loved him being in the show. The characters were a huge departure, but also the time difference at which it happened allowed a whole new audience to fall in love with Richard in a,
and I feel like so the same amount of time has passed. It's been 20 years.
Okay.
It's the same amount of time. But the difference is Richard and Dirk were 40 when they were doing that.
Okay.
They were not 23.
Yeah.
So, I think on paper, even though we've all aged, we could all still play the same characters.
We could. Someone who's asking them was like probably playing better.
Today's episode is brought to you by Every Plate. Do you think you have to spend big bucks or tons of time in the kitchen to make delicious food at home?
You don't. And especially this time of year, I always find myself so hectic, so running around after kids and the holidays that I just don't have time to think about what I'm going to make for dinner. When you use Every Plate, you get restaurant level deliciousness week after week with recipes like crispy buffalo ranch chicken and cheesy Mexican street corn hash. My kids love everything that comes from Every Plate, and I'm not kidding. You will spend less on these flavor-packed homemade meals than you would on your normal groceries or at a restaurant. It is the perfect time to try Every Plate during the holidays to free up your time so you can spend more time doing what you love. That is why I really, really like Every Plate, and I think you should try it too. What are you waiting for? Dig into these flavor-packed meals your household will love. New customers can enjoy this special offer of only $1.99 a meal. Go to everyplate.com/podcast and use code Katie199 to get started. Applied as discount on first box. Limited time only. Enjoy.